This video is part 2 of range of thallus in algae. So in first part we have covered unicellular algae, all the unicellular thallus. In multicellular algae we have covered, we know that multicellular thalli is divided into colonial form and filamentous form. In first video we have covered all the colonial forms. In this video we will cover filamentous form. Filamentous forms. These filamentous forms are further divided into two forms. First is unbranched filamentous form, and second is branched filamentous form. So how unbranched filaments are formed? When a cell divides and after division it does not separate from its parent cell and they divide in one direction like this, they are dividing in a single direction, in vertical direction, then a filament is formed. They are dividing in a single direction and after division they are not separating from their parent cell, then a filament is formed. So it is called, this filament is unbranched filament. So these unbranched filament may be attached to substratum. For example, Oedogonium, or they may be free like Spirogyra. They may be attached to substratum like this. So this is a filament. It may be attached to any substratum because Oedogonium is attached to substratum, or it may be free like this. It may be free floating over the surface of water. Free floating like Spirogyra. So this is about unbranched filament. Unbranched filament may be attached to substratum like Oedogonium or may be free floating like Spirogyra. Now coming to branched filamentous form. How branched filamentous form are formed? When division occurs in two directions, in vertical and also in horizontal direction, or you can say lateral direction, then filament becomes branched. When cell division occurs in two directions and after division cells remain attached to one above another, then unbranched filaments are formed. So unbranched filament form, in unbranched form there are further many types. First one is simple branched filament. In simple branched filament, simply a basal cell is attached to substratum and after that the filament is branched like this. This is branched like this. So this is called simple branched filament. Example of this is Cladophora. This is simply branched. Simple, a basal cell is there which is attached to substratum and it is simply branched. Single type of filament are there. Simple type of filament are there. The next one is Heterotrichous. Hetero means different. Trichous means trichomes. Trichomes means filament. When different type of filament are present in a thallus, then this habit is called heterotrichous habit or heterotrichous thallus. For example, like this, So here in this thallus, you can see that there are two type of filament. One type of filament are creeping over surface. So this is the surface. These filaments are creeping over surface, and these filaments are erect. These filaments that are creeping over the surface are called prostrate filaments. And the filament that are erect, that are straight, are called erect filaments. So this is heterotrichous thalli. It have two type of filament, prostrate filament and erect filament. An example of this is ectocarpus. Next is uniaxial filament. Uniaxial filaments. Uni means one, axial means axis, filament means filament. The filament that have single axis. Here there is a single axis. This is axis, and on this axis there are side branches like this. So this is one axis and these are side branches. So this type of filament is called uniaxial filament. Example is Batrachospermum. Fourth one is multi-axial filaments. Here filaments are, or you can say filaments have axis more than one. You can see that in this diagram. This is a filament and it have 1, 2, 3 axis. So this type of filament which have more than one axis and every axis is present in close vicinity with another axis. Here you can see that this axis is very close to this and this is very close. So these are very close to each other. So this is called multi-axial filament. And the next one is siphonous form. Example of multi-axial is, this is Polysiphonia. Next is siphonous form. Here in this, a filament is simply branched, simply a branched filament without septate. Aseptate. Branched aseptate filament means there are no septa and filament is multinucleated. So you can say that if a filament is branched and it is without septa, here you can see that there is a septa, but in this form septa is absent. So aseptate and multinucleate, it is also called cynocytic. Multinucleate, cynocytic, aseptate, branched filaments are called siphonous form. And the last one is parenchymatous form. Example of this siphonous form is Wucheria. Parenchymatous form. In this form, cell divides in many planes and it forms a structure of parenchymatous tissue. It forms a structure like parenchymatous tissue by dividing in many planes. So cell here divides in many planes and it forms a structure that resembles with parenchymatous tissue. That is why it is called parenchymatous form. Like this is a structure of ulva. So ulva is example of parenchymatous form. So this is all about filamentous form. So filamentous form may be unbranched. In unbranched, it may be attached to substratum or it may be free or it may be branched. In branched filament, filament are maybe simply branched, one type of filament are there and they are simply branched like this filament and this, both the filaments are similar. So it is called simply branched. Or next is heterotrichous, means two different type of filament, prostate filament and erect filament are there. In uniaxial there is one axis and other side branches are present on that axis. Multiaxial there is more than one axis. For example, polysiphonia. And the next is siphonous form, when a filament is branched, aseptate and multinucleate, then it is called siphonous form or cynocytic form. Example is Wucheria. And the last one is parenchymatous form, when cell divides in many directions and they form a particular structure that resembles with parenchymatous tissue of plants, then it is called parenchymatous form. For example, ulva.